Karine, Senator Tim Kaine said yesterday that, talking about immigration and executive orders, he said Congress should act, but he also says where the president can act, he should. Is the president receptive to this type of advocacy from senior members of his own party on this issue?
I mean, look, but there's a deal. There was a deal that was made, and the last president, President Trump, said to Republicans, now some of you reported this, to reject that deal because it would hurt him politically. And that's not what we're about here. We've been very clear about executive actions. Will we look at executive actions to see what could work? Sure, we always do that. But here's the thing. What we understand, executive action won't do it. It won't have the impact that this bipartisan agreement, negotiation that came to fruition.
Do you have any expectation, though, that Congress is going to act? That deal's been out there for a while. Congress is out for the next couple of weeks. The former president is against it. His party's now against it.
I hear you.
But in that case, I mean, Congress, often doesn't deliver what you guys want. Isn't that where then the White House steps in?
I hear you. And be very clear on where we stand. The split screen that day could not have been more clear about where the president stands and what he wants to do. And he has continues to offer an olive branch to the other side to get this done. If they truly care about this, there's a way to do this.
Border Patrol chief yesterday suggested in an interview that the situation at the southern border is a national security threat because of the roughly 140,000 known gotaways, or those that crossed the border and were detected as crossing illegally. Is that the position of the whole Biden administration, of the White House, that the situation down there remains a national security
The president has spoken to this. I mean, he's talked about the urgent need for additional funding for key capabilities at the border. There's only so much that he can do through executive action. In order to get more resources, to prevent more people from getting in illegally, you got to have funding.
But a national security threat is going a little further than the broad concerns of the president, and more specific.
DHS monitors all available intelligence at the border every single day, and we're certainly aware that there could be national security threats that can arise at the border.
And quickly on the border, is the administration still considering executive action on the border?
I don't have any announcements to make with respect to executive action. I would remind that this argument that the president hasn't taken executive action or is just not true. He has kept American troops down there at the border. He has worked as commander-in-chief with the government of Mexico to improve their ability to try to stem that flow. If you really care about the border and stemming the flow, is additional resources. And the president can't just sign those into being.
Nothing more that he can do outside of
I'm not going to get into anything more he would or wouldn't do. I certainly won't get ahead of the president's decision space on this. But the idea that he hasn't taken executive action when warranted is just not true. He has. And again, for all the people out there expressing concerns about the border, number one, we share those concerns, which is why the president put, billions of dollars into a national security supplemental to give the Border Patrol, to give the customs courts additional resources.